No way is that a stiff bunny up there. Look at that. Never found any stiff before. Charity shop, boot sale, never found it. What does that say? Missing something? Tenner. Last one of these sold, 20 plus post. What's it missing then? Landmark for me, never found stiff. This will be the first one I've found. That is cool. Love that. So I asked the lady, and that says missing button, because she thought that there should be something on the back there. But looking at other sold listings and other stiff bears for sale, there doesn't seem to be anything on the back. Certainly the one that has sold doesn't have a button on the back, so I'm happy with that. First piece of stiff, class. And actually that was the shop that had the Jellycat giraffe in the glass cabinet. Yeah, I picked him up. They've reduced the price to a tenner, sold listings 15 plus post. Money is safe, that's another one for the collection. Picked up another Jellycat as well. This Jellycat cow, right, is absolutely mad. Check out the sold listings. Crazy for a Jellycat cow. So that is a good start to the day. But to be honest with you, I'm at a little bit of a loose end. I was meant to be picking up a Facebook Marketplace deal, a PlayStation 2 with a ton of games for 100 quid. That was up in Merthyr Tydfil. We'd agreed the price yesterday morning, I've got the address, agreed the time to collect, but come 8:30 last night, I received this message. She got and sold it to someone else. Now I get it, snooze you lose, but I wasn't in the position to go and make the collection yesterday. I was working all day. And although I offered 100 quid, if I'd sold it all on, I might have got 60, 70 quid, something like that back in cash, plus about a 50, 60 quid trade-in voucher. If someone's gone and offered more than what I did, then fair play, but the margin just wouldn't have been there for me to compete. But still, silver linings, if I had gone up to Merthyr, I wouldn't have made these pickups. And now that has got me in the mood to go around a few more charity shops. Let's see what else we can see. This is a beaut little coat here, look at this. BMW Motorrad. There's not really that much going on with it. Nice blue lining, but generally it's just a plain black full zip coat. BMW on the sleeve, badge on the sleeve up there. But you can imagine who this is going to appeal to. I love just picking up general car merchandise because there's always going to be a market for it. Some of this BMW stuff, if you can find motorcycle gear, can go for silly amounts. The leather jackets, they can go for silly amounts. I need to do a bit more research into this one, but it's in really good condition. So we'll pick it up. Have a look at these up here. These are called Nike Air Rift split toe sandals. Soles on some of these are absolutely ridiculous. These aren't in the best condition. UK size 10 from 2015, 2016. I could stick them through the washing machine though. Where's the other one? There it is. Not really my style, not the type of thing I'd be wearing, but that doesn't matter one bit. Give them a good clean up, they should do alright. I thought that these look pretty cool. That's like the original Xbox symbol, isn't it? But look inside. Sorry, from last year, 2022. If those were like original ones from back in the day, would probably got both of them, but that is just too new. This is an interesting one down here. Star Wars The Force Trainer 2. Only a £5. There are a fair few of these listed, but they're listed mega high. They seem to sell for around 20 plus post. People have priced them cheaper, I guess, just to clear them out quick. Needs a tablet to work, and an app that only works on older phones. That's got faff and hassle written all over it, isn't it? I can almost imagine someone buying it, not being able to get it to work, opening a return, spend a £5 after fees, maybe make a £10 profit. Nah, we'll leave it. A good example, right, of just because something's old doesn't mean it's necessarily good. Waddington's Campaign from 1971. They got it priced at £5, sold 6-7 quid plus post. Like, it should have everything going for it. Waddington's, good brand. Bit of age. Nice nostalgic box, maybe. It's not very good. Well, for resale anyway. I have bought and sold one of these before. A Power Rangers morph suit. The one I sold was a black one, and that did come with a bag, so it was a bit more presentable. Perfect for stag do's though, isn't it? Blue Ranger mask. Thing to check, because these go over the top of shoes, is it worn through on the bottom? I mean, it obviously has been worn, but it isn't too bad. There's no price on it. If it's cheap enough, I'll get it, you know. Bit of fun, isn't it? Who's that tucked in around there? That is a Disney store Sven. I've not found one of these for ages. Sven or Frozen. This one doesn't have the Disney store stamp on it. That's what you want to look for. If it's got that, the average is what, 10 plus post? If you're lucky, 15 on a good day. 350. Now I'll stick it back. I'm in two minds about this one. This is off of Coco Melon. There we are, Coco Melon 2020. Brand new. These go for about 15, 16 quid. Pre-owned 12. They want 2 quid. If you can find the actual baby character, that's a lot more popular. These ones don't seem to sell as well. Well, there we are. Taught myself out of it. Leave him there. Wow. They've put vintage on it just to justify it. There's one of them listed on eBay. If you want to buy it, 40 quid plus post. Love that. Just stuck behind some old bloke at the till there. He was chewing the lady's ear off of how he found a coat in Barry for 30 quid. That's worth 500. And then he found a clock for 20 quid. That's worth 300. And he was telling her how he was adding all these bits to his collection, or he was going to make good use out of them. And she was like, well, that's what it's all about. Treasure hunting, finding the bargains. I wonder if she'd have the same opinion if he was to actually sell it on eBay. Look who's in the window here. Woody and Jessie. 3 quid each. I don't mind that though, because they got the hats. Could sell them on individually, sell them as a bundle. A couple of options there, isn't there? A little bit of staining on there. Hang on, that one hasn't got a drawstring on the back. Probably leave that one because of that. Yeah, so I did pick up Jessie. She does work. And I was thinking, even if this isn't the top end one, I can bundle that one in with Woody. I'm never going to lose 3 quid. It's always going to add more than that to a bundle. So I might just go on and sell her on her own. I've decided to come up to Ponte. I've not been up here for ages. Last time I did wasn't particularly great. There's a lot of charity shops here, but the pricing wasn't brilliant. Let's see if it's changed. Got some nice Star Trek Voyager box sets there. I'd say 15 quid each. Is that £7.50 for a Batman mug? Jesus, 25 quid for that. Jurassic Park. Looks an old one too. 3 Velociraptors. There we are, 3D puzzle. Let's have a look inside. It's all been done. There's all the bits there. Look at that, sold listings. Worth about 10 plus post. But not many of them sell at all. And I imagine if they do sell, they've all got to be unpunched, and they... Shame. A couple of quid, I would have bought that, but not 4. Here's something I know absolutely nothing about. Imaginators. But have a look this one up, he's interesting. Like a Father Christmas one with a sock on his hand. Sold on this for about 15 quid. Tenner. They've all been looked up, haven't they? What's that one? These ones haven't got prices on. All games, 2 quid. Minecraft, Xbox 360. That's a £5 voucher in CX. Why hasn't anyone bought this yet then? Look at that. It's wrecked. Oh good. Hang on a minute, have a look at this. Old school Goosebumps book. Curse of the Mummy's Tomb, only 49p. No number on the side. I'm not sure if I've got this one. Only 49p. We'll get that for the collection. Oh, hang on. Goosebumps Flashing Special Edition. $1.99. No flashing. Batteries are gone. Christ, yeah, look at that. Batteries are properly burnt through there, haven't they? Still very cool. Definitely haven't got this, so we'll get that too. So the Curse of the Mummy's Tomb is actually book number 4 in the series. 1, 2, 3. And I don't have number 4. Have a look at these 3 mugs here. They're pretty special, aren't they? That tailspin one, the last one of those to sell, went for about 30 quid. Can't see a price. They got stickers on the bottom. 25 quid each. It's too dear to make any money off that. For that Wallace and Gromit board game there, eBay, they're saying £40 plus. Their price, 35 quid. Now the debate about charity shop pricing has been done to death. In my opinion, they can price things however they want. They'll have business and profit targets that they need to hit every month, and they'll price things accordingly to try and sell enough to hit those targets. We all know that eBay is regularly used to help price things, but eBay Solds is not a valuation tool. And selling things on eBay is obviously very different to selling things in just a small high street shop. Whenever I'm selling things on eBay, I'm offering my items up to a global audience. Whenever I'm pricing things, I look at what my competition is, how many other items there are for sale, and what they're generally selling for. When I'm selling collectibles and there aren't many up there for sale, I can afford to price mine quite high and hope that I'll get one collector, perhaps on the other side of the world, that's going to take an interest and they'll want to buy my one thing at my high price just to complete their collection. The condition might be exactly what they're after. They'll know that I've got a reasonably quick dispatch time, and they're also protected by eBay, so when they get it and it's not exactly what they want, they can often just return it for free. If my one item that has been sat in my garage for 12 months waiting for that one collector who lives on the other side of the world to buy it for absolute top price has been used for a price guide for a charity shop in a local town like this, where your general customer is just passing footfall looking for a deal, then my sold listing might not be the best one to use. Now what I noticed today, and I've been hearing a lot from you guys, is that prices in charity shops just seem to be going up across the board. And I think there are a few reasons for that. eBay resellers, and a couple of others, including YouTubers and social media. But I think the main root cause is using eBay sold listings, which have been gathered from a global audience, which includes collectors, as a guide to price items that are just not going to get as much exposure as they would if they were put on eBay. But that's the natural thing to do, right? If you've got an item that you've seen sell on eBay for an amount of money, you might think that that is the value that your item could potentially achieve if it was in the right marketplace. What kind of adds fuel to the fire are charity shops seeing people coming in, buying those items and then selling it on eBay for potentially those prices. Now most charity shops I think have seen this happening, so they've decided to sell some of the bits on eBay themselves. That is the way they are maximising the value out of the item that they've got. For those shops that aren't selling on eBay, they're in a bit of a predicament. They want to get as much value out of their product as possible, but then they also don't have the means to go and gain the maximum that they're seeing it being sold for. And this is where I think eBay resellers are driving the price up. Those shops know that they've got a couple of types of people coming in. People who are buying stuff to then flip and make some money off, or just general public coming in looking to get a deal. And I think shops are starting to price with resellers in mind. If they price their items too high, resellers aren't going to buy it, the general public aren't going to buy it. Price the item too low, everyone's going to buy it, and they know they're not achieving the maximum value that their environment could achieve. Say you've gone on eBay and you found an item that regularly sells for 20 quid. Well, previously you might have just targeted the casual shopper and sold it for £1 or £2. If you know you got eBay resellers coming in, you might actually charge that now at 3, 4, 5 quid. You're still leaving enough of a profit margin, maybe, for a reseller to come in and take a chance and then sell that one on eBay. And actually, if you get the pricing right, you're still not pricing out the casual customer as well. 3 quid for something that might be worth about 20 quid, still a pretty good deal. Now look, I often get messages saying that YouTubers or people on social media are the reasons that charity shops are hiking prices up. I'm not going to skirt around it. I think we definitely have a part to play in it, but I think where we come into it is just about raising awareness of what's going on. That might start with raising awareness that reselling is an actual thing. So that means bringing more people into charity shops, more competition for items, but also more competition when it comes to selling on eBay. It could be raising awareness to charity shops that people are actually going in, buying stuff and then selling it on. But I would be amazed if the charity shop owners or managers don't know that that's happening already. I think that where we affect it the most is by bringing awareness of individual items and the value that those items are selling for on eBay. What that is doing is that is sharing that knowledge, not just with resellers, but also with the people selling the items as well. Can't get away from that. That is what's happening. So what that might do is it might put some obscure items on people's radars where they might not have been, but that still shouldn't be fundamentally influencing the pricing strategy that charity shops are adopting. All we're really doing is showing how much that we're buying stuff for, and that is totally dependent on where you go out sourcing yourself, and then how much it then has sold for on eBay. Again, totally dependent on how you price and you sell your items and your strategy. And on that note, check out some of the things that have been selling for me on eBay. When I saw this in the charity shop, I wasn't actually going to pick it up. Size 3XL, it's not in the best condition. The graphic on the back there, that's all cracking. It was £3.50. It's a South Africa rugby waterproof jacket. It's pretty old as well. It's from the mid-2000s, so it's coming on 20 years old. None listed like this on eBay, none sold like this on eBay. Because of the condition issues, I listed this up for 30 quid, trying to capitalise on the Rugby World Cup hype as well. I've had tons of offers. Accepted one today, £27.50, something like that. Knocked a couple of quid off, but a nice quick sale and a nice bit of profit. I bought this cap from the boot sale for £1. Embroidered DHL logo on the front, adjustable strap at the back there, 100% cotton, £12.50 all in. A vintage ball game by Spears, The Donkey and the Carrot. Picked this up for a couple of quid in the charity shop. Type of thing actually I will probably be steering away from now. That was sold for a tenner all in, so not the biggest markup. Took a bit of time to check it all. Fair bit of risk for it not being complete and a fair bit of competition as well. So consider the time it's taken to check it all, the risk of it not being all there and the small markup. Won't be picking that up again. Lego Duplo base plates though. I pick these up every time I see them. This one's a pretty small one, but it's got a pond on there. I'm not going to over elaborate it. That's all it is. I listed this up for 15 quid all in. Offer come in, accepted, £13.50. I got this with a load of Lego Dimensions for a £5. So I've made a bit of profit on that. But also my Gremlin Lego Dimensions up on my Lego set there. They're now completely free too. This weekend, eBay sales have been all about toys. Check out some of these. How to Train Your Dragon Thunder Drum. I paid 50p for this at the boot sale. Not in the best condition. Fair bit of paint loss on the tongue there. I'm not sure if it should come with some little discs. It looks like they could go in there and then maybe fire out of his mouth. Not sure. But either way, I think that would look pretty good up on display. Really playable toy as well. All the wings move. Someone will have a fair bit of fun with that. Sold for £9.50 plus post. I have not sold a BUET for ages. This is BUET Extreme 2. I've got a couple of these listed up on the store and one staring at me right in the face down there. So I'm glad that this one has shifted. Not in the best condition, but I find pre-owned they generally aren't. These handle bits here always seem to be scuffed. There's a bit of like paint scratching in there. The battery compartment's clean. This one I priced up pretty high actually. £14.50 plus post. That's a pretty good price for that. Possibly a sign the Christmas shoppers are starting to get active. Shout out to Cameron, jumped on my store and picked up a few bits. Some bits for him, some bits for his son. Paw Patrol Chase, with all the accessories, backpack and hat. This Duff Beer plastic pint mug. And then this one I only picked up last week, the Hungry Caterpillar puppet. Can't remember what we settled on this. I knocked off money on all of it, combined the postage. 20 plus post, something like that. But either way, Cameron, thanks ever so much for supporting the channel. Hope you guys enjoy them. And then the final 2 sales this weekend, I bought these toys from a second-hand toy shop in Bridgend. We've got a Lego Gungan and a Cadu off of Star Wars. That's gone for 12 quid. And then Leonardo off of Ninja Turtles with both of his swords. That's gone for a tenner plus postage. So I paid £20 for those two, plus that Street Shark and that vehicle down there. Well, those 2 sales there, that's pretty much my money back, give or take a couple of quid. And it's meant that I've added that Street Shark into my collection for pretty much free. I rarely use eBay auctions, but I have no idea how to price these. I've sold 23 Sanan Family figures. They're all from 1985. They've got the little stickers on the bottom there. They've all got various accessories. There's no complete families. And Sanan Families is just something I've never really had any interest in. There's no nostalgic feelings towards it whatsoever. The playsets generally seem to be big, bulky and plasticky, and 9 times out of 10 they don't really seem to be worth that much, or not worth enough to justify the space they're going to take up on the racking. I could use that space for some more valuable items. But I bought a ton of Sanan Family stuff ages ago when I went up to see Connor. £20 for an absolute load of it. I've got a feeling they just wanted to clear it out themselves just to get that space back. Well, I thought it was a great opportunity to learn. And when it comes to selling the figures off, from the little research I've done, if you haven't got the complete family and it's not brand new in the box, it doesn't really seem to be worth that much. As with everything though, there are probably exceptions to that. But I thought what I would do is just bundle them together and let the market decide the value. And similar listings with similar numbers of figures, the prices are all over the shop. Some of them have gone for a tenner plus post, some of them have gone for 100 quid plus post. That implies there might actually be some rare figures kicking about. This bundle of 23 went for £32 plus postage. It means I've made my money back and a bit of profit from my initial £20 investment, and in the future I will probably look out for bundles of these figures again. But I'm going to stay well clear of the playsets, and the playsets I've got, I'm going to just donate them down the charity shop. A pair of Stefan Janoski Nike running trainers. UK size 4.5. I've had these kicking around for ages. Can't remember what I paid for them. Had them listed up for 20 quid all in. Took an offer, £12.50 plus post. This is Hound. And this one used to be up in the collection, but I found another Hound figure that I prefer to this one. So unfortunately, this one hasn't got any more room up on the shelf. Listed him on eBay. Has got one of the weapons. Should have 2, so technically incomplete. Sold for £8 plus post. And this Stewie Funko Pop I only picked up at the charity shop last week. I paid £2.50. Doesn't have the box. Few little marks on his face. He's gone for just under £15 all in. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, hit that like, but hit that subscribe as well. It just helps get the channel out there and helps spread the word. No video this weekend. Next one will be Wednesday. We'll go around. Hopefully we'll have a bit more luck in the charity shops to either add some more stuff into the collection or find some bits to resell on eBay. Catch up with you then.